With so much of success, fame, riches, do you find yourself slowly moving away from the people with whom you had once shared your life?
Oh, never.
From the common man, for instance.
Not for a moment. Because though people think, I'm very lucky. I have so many friends all over the world, and and this sense of total freedom, I can just leave everything and go anywhere in the world. So, but my contact, or should I say, I still, wherever I'm, as I think I earlier said, wherever I'm there, either it's New York or London or Paris or Bombay or Delhi, I always have some areas, some places which I visit regularly. Not because just to show, but this is my. I really love to do it. This is in my blood. I feel uneasy in these all higher societies and all that. There I'm like a outsider.
But you're the high priest of that.
But this is what I do. I feel outsider, because the first thing, I'm not very good conversationalist, because I can't indulge in conversation on just like that, unless I'm very friendly with somebody. Then I open up. Otherwise, I'm not shy, but I don't think I'm incapable of that.
Husain, who was born in Pandharpur, a small town in Maharashtra, in 1915, still sees himself as an outsider. He spends a lot of time by himself, alone. Though he has a large family with 2 painter sons and a New York-based daughter who reproduces his work on textiles, he travels around the world at a feverish pace, never pausing in a city for long. His father was a timekeeper in a textile mill. His mother died when he was only 2. When his father remarried, the family moved to Indore. But young Husain hated school and dropped out in class 7. His father, in dismay, apprenticed him to a tailor, but he wanted to be a painter. In 1934, at 19, Husain migrated to Bombay, where he spent his early years on the streets painting cinema hoardings. In 1941, he married a neighbor's daughter, whom he had never seen without a burqa. It was a long haul from then. Today, he is rich and famous. Glamorous, too. So glamorous that huge parties are thrown to celebrate his birthdays. Entire museums are booked to hold his shows.
Husain, you live in Bombay, spend most of your time in Delhi, and claim that Calcutta is the city you belong to. How is this? How do you reconcile this?
I've been, from the very beginning, I've been fascinated by working in 2-3 places, different cities, different environment. So, as I say, I spent my childhood in Indore, my youth in Bombay, and my, whatever you call it, the rest of my life in Delhi. And lately, maybe about 15, 20 years, almost 15 years, I'm working in Calcutta for the last 15 years, which is, though, because I don't understand the language.
How do you see the visual characteristics of these 3 cities?
Bombay,
Delhi and Calcutta.
I think Calcutta is, no doubt, is the most, vibrant city and rich with culture. And you see, especially among the youth, they make a queue to go to.
Are you saying that because I come from there?
No, not because I know it's very difficult whether you are a Bangla or what. The thing is, because you are my friend, an old friend. And Bombay has no culture whatsoever. It has only money. And Delhi is what you call, that is not the culture, because it's a changing city.
In which year did you come to Bombay?
First in 1934. from
And
Indore.
from Indore.
Yeah.
And what did you start doing when you arrived in
That's
the
a
city?
because in those days I was so difficult to sell your works. So I used to go to door to paint the portraits of people for 15 rupees, 20 rupees. And that too with great difficulty, because everybody would expect that his cheeks should be rosy and, and the complexion should be fair. So, but one portrait I did, I remember, in Bombay in those days. In between I used to do these cinema hoardings, so just to make some livelihood.
Did you ever do those pretty portraits for a living?
I did just once or twice I did. Nutan, Shobna Summers' two daughters, Nutan and Tanuja. So I used to go to their place and paint all Little Bo Peep and Jack and Jill, where I learned all my nursery rhyme at that time. But on one occasion I got a very interesting project, that was in Bombay, near Playhouse. There was a dhaba, and that's called Husaini dhaba. And they used to serve only bowl of rice, and with that either curry or dal free, and only for 5 paisa. So I used to go there from time to that man, his mother, his old mother. She refused to get herself photographed. So he said, you are a painter, why don't you do a portrait of her without her knowledge? So I sat at one corner and I did a portrait of her. That old lady, she was sitting on the counter. And for that, I got 1 month's meals free. So that was my, greatest joy, and I think this is...
Why was she reluctant to get herself photographed? Budparasti.
I think the same. Even my mother, she never got herself photographed. She just refused. And that's why I don't know her face, because she died when I was 2 years old.